Welcome back to Super Tuesday Recap. It's your host, Chris and Deepam here, and we're back to review Arrow Season 6, Episode 10, Divided. Oliver discovers one of Cayden's secrets. He decides to team up with an unlikely ally to defeat him. Dinah spends time with Vince. It's so funny. Right before we started this, Deepam and I are sitting here going, so we have to do Arrow, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Lex Luthor in 2 hours. And I was like, yeah, when I did this, I completely forgot about Arrow. Yeah, so we'll still be doing Lex. It'll still come out this week. We're just going to record it later on today, hopefully. But, yeah, it's just, we have a lot of shows to review, man.
I'm actually glad we're not doing Black Lightning now.
Oh, no, I'm very happy.
I know you haven't watched it yet. You need to watch it. It's that good.
But you can enjoy it.
I need the time off.
Yeah, I can. That's why I haven't watched it. I can enjoy it. You know the crazy thing? I have to send an email out later on this week about The Gifted because that's over now, and we have to review those last 3 episodes. So I need to watch that. And I think there's been. I haven't watched them yet. Again, there's just been so much shit going on. Like I just.
You're in for a treat.
Yeah, no, I know, I am. Once I've realized they got the second season, I'm like, good, okay, I can take a break on that one. I don't feel the pressure to do it right now. And then I still have Star Trek Discovery to catch up on because I think we should be about 3 or 4 episodes into that.
I made no commitment to that.
Yeah. So
I didn't watch that. I need to watch Runaways. I need. If you want to holler at your boy with the Hulu login, I really appreciate it. If you wanna hear some fucked up shit, I still haven't watched Punisher. Okay.
It's too much shit.
Did I sound mad? Let me finish. I'm not mad. I get it. Because part of me was because I was like, I'm going to start this really cool rewatch on Fringe. I've gotten through 6 episodes in 7 days because I just haven't had time. It's not like I need to really sit down and watch. I can put the Blu-ray in and do shit around my house. I haven't had time.
No. Even if you do that, what happens is I say that to myself all the time.
You're like, ooh, I love this episode.
Right. So I've tried that. That doesn't work either. So no, like I said, no. Look, here's the thing. It's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have. And you know what the crazy thing about it is? So we came back, and I remember seeing somebody. I was kind of nervous about watching Arrow. That's why I kind of. So first of all, I learned my lesson, and it still doesn't work. I watched Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. first, then I watched Arrow because I was like, well, you know what? I usually do this in order.
I've told everyone this from Jump Street. Never watch Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. before a CW show.
Well, see, you can't watch it afterwards either.
Yes, you can. Because remember on Tuesdays we'd watch Flash, it'd be fine. You'd watch Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and it would erase it. But it wouldn't make it look worse. It would just make it. We would just replace it in our minds.
Right.
If you watch Agent of S.H.I.E.D. and then this episode of Arrow, you will hurt yourself. That is a recipe for self harm. I
just figured out that what it is I just can't do it. I have to watch
watch the CW show first, and it's not knocking the CW shows. And I think I know what it is. Because you and I talked about it on the Flash review. We're going to talk about it today. These are, at their core, CW shows.
Yes.
Certain characters have to say stupid. Certain characters have to act like children. Because, and this is not knocking the CW, it is knocking teenagers. The network aimed at stupid children.
Yes.
I.e. teenagers. There's no one dumber in America than an adolescent between 13 and 18. No one dumber. No one. Fight me.
Maybe Trump voters.
Guess what? Once they hit 18, it's a whole new. The impact is greater. They're not dumber.
Now that I think about it, but we also do think that they have the mindset of teenagers. So your point still stands.
Exactly. Look, that means they got Arrested Development at 17.
Right.
And so for me, I've always said, don't bet on college kids in football games because these are children who are 18 to 21 and therefore the most unreliable people on the planet.
Yes. And you're absolutely right because so you know the crazy thing about this conversation, because I remember seeing somebody hit us up and was talking, well, I can't wait for you guys to talk about Arrow, and they were saying they didn't really like it, and so I was nervous. I like this episode way more than I like the Flash episode.
Oh, look, if you're using the Flash bar, we're Gucci. Gucci is.
I don't know what to tell you guys. Yeah, there were stupid things here.
Oh, there's a lot of stupid shit that really pissed me off.
Yeah.
In this episode, nowhere near with the Flash, because I can tell you right now, this episode came at a break and said we have a plan, and we know what the fans are expecting. They're expecting hand wave everything to get fixed, and the scene at the end saved the episode.
Well, and that's what I'm going to say. So we're going to get into the dumb things that happen here, but I will say this: the people who are like, I think the chief complaint about this is they're kind of rehashing things we've already done before. And to that, I say that's what the Flash does because everybody just gets stupid and they just do stupid things. Here, people do stupid things, and the result though is different. Like that. Let's jump to the end. The end where Oliver's like, okay, so you go this entire episode where Oliver's doing it by himself and the team is not together and blah 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 blah. So you finally get to go. But we all have known the entire time, you can't do this shit by yourself. You're completely outnumbered. And he comes to the team. It's like he does something, one, that we don't normally see Oliver do, which is basically say, hey, listen, I was wrong too. I was thinking about my family. I was thinking about myself. But you guys did fuck up too, as well. You guys did. And I'm not placing blame. I'm just pointing out that this is obviously what Trump was going for, but completely missed the mark. There are problems on both sides, because in this case, there were. I'm sorry. I had that. I was like, that was kind of Trumpy, but
the bigger problem is Rene. Like, I love how we're acting like everyone did everything equitable. No. Rene snitched.
Well, and so wait, save that point, because
understanding why you snitch doesn't make you not a snitch.
So let's save that point, because that goes to the stupid thing. All right. So hold on to that for a second. But then Oliver goes, hey, let's bring the team back and we'll get it back to the way we are. And the new members say, no, we're going to form our own thing. And Oliver, I love that Felicity was incredulous about it, but Oliver was like, good luck. Which is, again, these are things that we don't normally see from Oliver Queen and don't actually usually have happen in previous seasons. We've never seen Oliver Queen be this measured. So to me, that is different, and I enjoy that. Now, going into some of the details of this, the new team is dumb as fuck. They are idiotic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just, like you said, there's a minute at the end where Dinah says when they get their new layer, which, by the way, is the old Helix building, which also Cayden James knew about. So why would you?
Y'all like, all right, so where's the last place you look? Places he's been. I mean, that's, what, honestly, you say it out loud.
Well, fuck it. All right, cool. So, so Dinah goes, I'm just glad I found partners that I can trust. I'm like, Wild Dog lied to you too, Dinah.
Wild Dog put you in this. The reason we're here is Wild Dog.
Like, he snitched.
No one snitches. There's no. Then Ollie doesn't feel paranoid. And by the way, when you hear that someone betrayed you, the natural reaction, paranoid.
Well, no, that's another thing too. I can't get by. Like, they're like, well, you put us under surveillance. I'm like, well, you got like. There's Curtis says, I just wanted to be part of a team where we have a hierarchy. I'm like, listen, motherfucker, in any organization you join, if you come in last, you are at the bottom of the fucking totem pole. Yeah, you're right. He of course trusts fucking Diggle and Felicity more than he trusts you. He's been through shit with them way more than he's been with you. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
allow me to translate things for my good friend Mr. Curtis. Curtis, all the Patriot players make money. Tom Brady makes less money than some of them because Jason Payka goes by his richest set. They're also probably going to give him the team when he retires. I can't prove that yet. I can't prove it yet, but they're going to give him something. It's going to be bigger than a gold fucking watch. The player on Wednesday who hurt Tom Brady's hand will not be treated equitably if Tom Brady hurt his hand. There is a hierarchy. You just don't like where you stand on it.
Yeah,
let's get to the. You know what? To be fair, Curtis is a self-made man. He's a genius. He's a former Olympian.
And I'll give you this: he's the only one that hasn't betrayed the team.
If he says I deserve to be treated better, then guess what, Curtis? You and me, we're talking.
Yeah, like,
but these motherfuckers,
bro. Like Curtis has a point because you haven't done it. You haven't betrayed the team. You haven't done anything. So if Curtis is speaking for himself, I'm okay.
The only reason the moral high ground is because Corey Curtis is on their side.
Yes. If Curtis was not there, Renee and Dinah is fucking the vigilante. Well, she's not fucking him yet, but she's going to. Oh my God! What are we talking about? Like,
every time Ali doesn't put an arrow in his chest is a moment of grace.
It's like he picked his family over Oliver instead of going to Oliver like, yo. Instead of going to Oliver and being like, yo.
Let's check our families. He said, "Fuck Oliver, I'm getting mine."
He didn't even hesitate.
It's hard to keep your kid when you got no income.
Oh my God! What are we doing here, man?
Renee, you got your kid back for now. Wellness check. Where are you working? Well, right now between jobs, snatch that kid up.
Like fucking Dinah's going on walks by the park with Vigilante going, yeah, I gave up being Black Canary because I need to uncomplicate my life. You are going on long walks with the Vigilante who kills people.
So the team decides to trust you. The team brings you back in the fold. Always says, we can't do it alone. You're right. We need to trust these people who have betrayed us in the past. What do you do with this newfound top secret information? You slug the motherfucker and tell him what you know. Look, you simple-minded and quote hero.
Right. And then spill the plan that Oliver and them already know that they're.
Yo, like what? Yo, we got the upper hand. They don't know we know. I'll be right back. I gotta ruin that shit. What?
Well, no, I love the first thing too is when Diggle and Felicity came and talked to them the first time. Was like, listen, we've been compromised. They've been bugging our places. It's probably and then it was like. So when did you guys find this out? Well, 24 hours ago. And you didn't tell us? Like, motherfucker, you're not on the team anymore. We told you within 24 hours. That's pretty good fucking turnaround.
I had to trick you to come here. I told you it was a free ice cream giveaway at the bunker. But you kept showing up because you're stupid. You know how you're stupid? Because you're mad about 24 hours. Next question.
Like, that is the thing that, like, everything else about this episode, I'm actually okay with, but the team.
I'm not. See, the thing is, I'm not.
Oh, God. Oh, man, the team. Well, I mean, what I mean is relative to this. Because this was the thing that was bothering me.
As far as how impactful it is to the series, this is the thing that hasn't been maddest. I do want to ask this, and I know we're jumping around. We're going to team around. I don't give a shit. I got a question for you, Chris.
Oh, God, here we go.
So, the plan to me, I'm not going to say the plan. What was his plan? What was always plan?
No. I actually have that in my notes. I have. What was the plan? Oliver was going to take on everyone solo. What the fuck?
We're not just going to. We're not going to just to spring a trap. Stick to the plan. And they're saying this over the camera. So like, oh, they know they're being watched. There's going to be a second group of people to surround their people and wrap this whole shit up. No, there's no plan. It's just like that. We know that they know what we're doing. What?
I couldn't figure it out.
Conversation outside the bunker.
I couldn't figure it out.
Just say, hey, it's a small group. Don't tell them about the death squad. Like what? Oh, it wasn't planned.
Like when his arm started lighting up, I was like, oh, there it is. Yeah, the cavalry comes in.
I'm strong as shit. My bad, Ollie. Get these motherfuckers.
Oh,
and it's just something.
I was waiting on the hunters to show up.
I was waiting on anything. Like literally, I was waiting on Voltron to walk through the door, the 5 lions joined together to stop injustice. I didn't know what it was. I knew it was something. I knew it wasn't a bunch of explosions for a distraction. I was like, oh, we dropped a building on him. This savage motherfucker.
Right.
Nope. It was his personal cue to leave.
It was his version of a smoke bomb. It was smoke pellet disappear. Like what?
I need you to tell me what the plan was. Because clearly, I'm predisposed to being on your side. I think if they're Oliver is right T-shirts, I will rock them. However,
you do need a plan.
I need you to give me something to hold on to.
Hey, Oliver, we can't do it by ourselves. Yeah, I know. Okay, we won't. You kind of did try to take on like four groups by yourself. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. That action scene was fucking amazing.
Oh, it was well. Yeah.
Oh, I was waiting. I was like, yeah. Now wait till the cavalry shows up.
Break.
Yeah, you're right.
I was like, oh, they got him. This is part of the plan. Get tackled and then not like escape. But,
so this was going to happen, guys.
And he comes back feeling disappointed. I'm like, what went wrong? Before you start going wrong, what went right?
They all got away. Well, was there a plan to catch anybody? Like, what was... Did you just want to shoot somebody with an arrow, Oliver? I mean, if that's the case, I'm okay with that. Like, if the plan was just shoot as many people with an arrow and see what happens.
But then they feel like, Bertinelli would betray us. Like, how did he betray you? Mm-hmm. You put him in a situation where he was outgunned. He was forced to give up his shit so he didn't get killed. And he got killed anyway. That's not betrayal. That's survival. Right. Like, I'm sorry. If you talk me into a plan and that plan involves me getting shot at,
right.
Maybe question.
Right, he betrayed me. It's like, well, you didn't really give him any.
You're the asshole putting him shooting down.
Yeah, you didn't give him an option. Like his daughter. Like again, his family was being threatened. He was actually leaving. Matter of fact, here's the thing: he didn't betray you because he was fucking leaving town.
He was OUT out.
He was like, yo.
He had pre-checked.
Yo, he was like,
Got
right.
security, and I was like, not so quick.
Yeah, he was like, wait. They just want the doc? Man, they ain't worth my fucking family. I'm out of this piece.
The doc? That doc? Oh, yeah, I'm out.
I'm out.
And I was like, wait, we can stop. Oh.
We have a plan.
By the way, I watched Batman Begins this weekend, and which it's on Netflix randomly.
Swear to me.
I'm like, okay, all right. So we're just doing Arrow Begins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because they were at the docks, and yeah. Oh God, you're right. Fuck.
Like they're at the docks. Like I'm sorry.
Oh man, yeah. The plan was also just one of the. I was like, so wait, there wasn't a plan.
This is for real deal. Like, what's the email? Mailbag@MTRNetwork.net. If you know what Ollie's plan was, I'm not kidding. Email us. Hit me up at Deepon on Twitter. Like, I'm legitimately curious as to what other people think his plan was. Because for me, myself, no plan.
I don't think there was a plan. I don't think there was one.
I will need to see the plan written out, and so it needs to have gone left immediately.
And also, like, and I'll go with the other thing too, because Cayden, what's his name said it to, and I know Laurel said it. Richard Dragon said it. Like, yeah, letting him go is probably a big mistake, Cayden. Like, what did you? I want to know what Cayden's plan is. I was like, you keep letting Oliver go. And I feel like everybody else is like, that's a stupid mistake. You have him dead to rights. Kill him.
I never watched whatever show he was on prior. A person of interest. I never watched Lost. This was the first episode I got it when people said, oh, Michael Emerson. I'm like, I get it. He's a great actor. He's able to bring a lot of dread and drama to things that wouldn't normally have them. He enhances the lines. He brings more to the character than what's on the page, which I can appreciate. I still do not know why I'm supposed to give a shit about Cayden James.
No.
I don't.
Everybody else seems more, yeah.
With Dark Season, which was unbalanced and kind of undone, the villain was really well done, partly because Neil McDonough is a monster, but partly because they showed us Dark's home life halfway through. Mm-hmm. They gave him a new aspect. Nothing has changed Cayden James yet to make him matter to me.
We haven't really set up his motivation for what he's doing in any of this stuff anyway.
It's been so goddamn ambiguous. And while that, yes, one thing, we're in the dark like Arrow is, and if they're going to bring us to the light sooner than later, then I'll trust this show to run with it. But I do want to voice my, not displeasure, but like kind of my uneasiness with where we are right now. It doesn't feel like where we should be this deep in the season in relation to how I feel about the villain. Yeah. And also, let's have this conversation. A lot of villains, Chris.
Yeah.
Hard to care about one of them.
Yeah. Well, the only one we actually give and that gets any kind of real care, because even with Vigilante, it's like, well, okay, whatever.
No,
they're
Vigilante has a story. At least he has a story.
Well, him and Black Siren.
Yeah, they have a story. It's a story that's been told before. It's a story that's been told again. It's a story that's probably going to be told pretty well here. It's a story we all know, but it's a story. Mm-hmm. Dinah Laurel, whatever Lance's name is, we're elevating her story through her emotional connection with the character we already love, Paul Blackthorne, Captain Lance, or I don't know what his title is now. Deputy Mayor Lance? I don't actually know.
Yeah.
But we're able to grow that story through he and Thea's bonding over the pictures, which is fine. It doesn't actually enhance her story. It enhances his more because we still don't know about this Laurel. Mm-hmm. We've seen flashes, and if they're going to build that bridge, this is good to work on the other half of it.
Right.
Richard Dragon, I don't give a shit.
No, they haven't done anything. I mean, it was like a quick moment with him and Diggle, but nothing really major. And then there's that.
Because I like Kirk Azevedo.
And then I guess what's his boots? We got nothing on that motherfucker.
Yo, honestly,
he just shows up,
and I'm like, because everyone else gets an intro. It's like all these powerful motherfuckers. And this nigga Boots. Come on, Boots.
Like,
come on, nigga.
That might work, though, for Boots. Like, if Boots all of a sudden does something like, and everybody's like, oh, that's why you're here.
Yeah, you know who he reminds me of? Oh, man. I forget the character's name. Rick and Morty when they're helping out the Avengers.
Oh, the janitor dude?
Num Num. Boots is
Num Num.
Boots is mad Num Num. I don't think about it until like, oh yeah, fucking Num Num. Look at this. To the point where I saw Boots, it's like, who the fuck is that? Oh, that's right. but they never say his name. He's never spoken to.
No.
Like, it's very weird. It's all these bad guys together, and then all of a sudden, in between scenes, Boots is like, "Oh yeah, I was in the bathroom. Sorry."
Right. Do we miss something here?
I missed the opening. Hey, will you email me the PowerPoint? Because I missed the first 20 minutes. I was on a different call.
You know what? Because I just watched Slasher season 2. So now my question is, is Boots even real? Like, is he like somebody's figment of somebody's imagination? Like, maybe, has anybody ever talked to Boots? I'm dead serious now.
There's a subplot. Cayden James is actually crazier than we think, and he's just creating this character, Boots.
That actually, you know what? I changed my mind on, if that's what's happening, I changed my mind on Cayden James. He's fucking crazy.
Like a third layer of the character. If Boots is how we're telling Cayden James' story, it's just that subtle. Bravo. Bravo.
Boots is his dead son, and he's doing all of this to avenge his dead son, and he sees his dead son in Boots all the time. Like, that's the only way this fucking works.
It's the moment when, like, they're talking to Cayden, and everybody's in the round table, and they kind of look at someone, and then Richard says, "Yo, Cayden, who the fuck is Boots?" Like, that's the there is no spoon moment.
Right. Mind blown. None of that's going to happen, though, guys. I'm just letting you know now. That's not, no.
Tigers, Jose.
Right. Oh, man. It's good to have Thea back. I do love having Thea back. She makes everything a little bit better.
She's a good actress, man.
She really is. I love the moments. I mean, it's just... Thea just makes everything so much better with that. I love that Oliver taught himself how to take out Kurtz's T-spheres because Cayden James was using them and nobody brought that up. It's like, okay, you're still trying to be Batman.
No, he threw it away, and a throwaway line is like, "He's been inside for months. That's how he got the T-spheres." And then you're like, do. No one's going to bring up the fact that Kurtz's shit is compromised. Just use it as the basis to build a new base.
Yeah, no.
All right? No. Because now, like, when they do get broken into and get spoilers, you're getting broken into. They'd be like, "Oliver, how'd they get in?" "Well, we knew we had Curtis T-shirts. We didn't know." "Motherfucker, you left where I could tell you."
Right. I can't.
Now we're so gung-ho to get the fuck out that you wouldn't listen to me.
I can't understate how much. Like, I was okay with the new team, and now I'm not. Like, the new team is stupid. Like, they're fucking idiots. They're all of them are just, what the fuck? Like, again, the only one that has a good case is Curtis. Because Curtis is the one that didn't betray anybody. He's like the go-between between both groups anyway. And if anybody has like a legit gripe, it's Curtis. But Rene and Dinah have no room to talk. No room to talk. Like, you guys, like it's like what Oliver says. Like, listen, we've all kept secrets. We've all taken, messed up our trust and stuff like that. Like, we've all done that. It's time now. Put all that aside. Like, I could even see if the new team was like, listen, we're going to come together and we're going to do this. But once it's done, once Cayden James is out, we're out too. We're going to form our own team. That makes fucking sense. This idea that you're going to split off onto your own, you three knuckleheads are going to split off on your own and do it on your own and somehow make it work when, fuck it, we know, remember, Oliver did forgive Rene. He brought him back on the team and Rene didn't fucking listen.
For the record, like, people, they're like, "Well, Oliver shouldn't have gotten this far." The second he didn't accept Oliver's apology, in my mind, Oliver put an arrow in his chest. Like, 3 quick, I goes, you see him throw those 3 quick arrows sometimes in succession? Like, That's what I was hoping for. Like, put a tiny smiley face around his heart and be like, "All right, well, we tried."
Yeah. So it's like,
the kid is taken care of. I got money. I'll make sure his daughter wants for nothing.
And also, I like to point out also that putting the team under surveillance was not Oliver's idea. I believe it was Diggle and Felicity's.
And it was the right one.
And it was the right one too. So it's like, you guys are upset about doing this, and I'm sorry. Like, you guys want trust, but you guys weren't doing trustworthy things. Like, Rene literally compromised the entire fucking team. And you're mad because Oliver didn't trust him. What the fuck?
And this is how you know it was a pretty good hour of Arrow. I never asked this question once while I was watching, but I'm asking it now. Hey, kids, this whole FBI vigilante subplot.
Oh, well, they shelved that. Because remember...
She's gone. It's now kicks back to Star City DA. So once you have your case broken, you leave.
Right. Yeah. That
All right.
That didn't make any sense.
I just wanted to say, I want to make sure I said it out loud for the podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm like, okay, we're just gonna, okay. My job here is done. I do want
to. I have one more thing to make sure I say about this episode, but beyond that, I've said the things I need to say. Oliver had no plan. This new team is dumb and destined to failure. And I love this show because people will say, oh, they're doing the same thing. They're really not, because the same thing would have had the team back together in this episode.
Absolutely. Like, say what you will. I mean, there are definitely flaws, but the show is at least doing different things, which is not what you can say for Flash all the time. And you know what I think? I think there's two things that make it so, like, to me, I don't understand how I know why people like the Flash more than like Arrow, even though I think Arrow has been better at telling their stories than Flash has been. One, there are better actors on the Flash. So there's that. Two, and I think even though I'll be honest, I think the action on, especially because the way they have to shoot it, and there's no superpowers, the action is better on Arrow. But because you get the super comic booky, you get the effects. It's the assumption that the effects are better on the Flash, which I don't think so. I think that
there are more of them on the Flash.
You say what now?
There are more effects.
Yeah, there are more effects on the Flash. So I think it covers the fact that, hey, when they do like the fight choreography on fucking Arrow is fucking fantastic. Like, that scene where like, I'm not gonna lie, at one point I did think to myself, Oliver might take on the entire team. That might take on the entire group. He might do it because, like, that tracking shot of him going around and taking out everybody was fucking fantastic. It
was very convincing. Like, oh, maybe he could.
Yeah, he's like, well, maybe we're being a little hasty here.
To me, but I'm not a G like Oliver, apparently.
Right, like, we're being a little hasty here. Maybe he can. Okay, no, this is too many people. And he still survived. So it's just, and I love the fact that he keeps taking out the way he keeps taking out Laurel first, like the fucking like. Arrow to her, almost to her neck, and then taking her legs out. Like,
I may lose. Tell you what we're not going to do is get yelled at me again.
Right.
I'm not getting yelled at in public by my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, we are not doing that. My evil ex-girlfriend. We are not doing that shit again.
It's not about to happen. Me getting screamed at one more goddamn time in public.
Right. So I think that's what it is. But I think story-wise, if you look at it, I think Arrow has been especially the last two seasons, has been better at telling the story that they're going to be doing and using their episodes and stuff like that. Like, I think both shows have their problems. And again, this is not me saying that I'm going to stop watching their shows or anything like that. I do wish that they would, because here's the thing. When Arrow started its first season, it was a step up in maturity level from Smallville. It was, because I think CW realized that their audience grew.
Yeah.
The audience, and so what I want from them to understand now is, it's been 6 years. Your audience has grown a little bit more again.
I think, and I hope you're right, but I think more than likely we'll get to the end of this CW cycle, and then the next generation will get more grown up.
No, I think you're right too.
Talking to people who watch Smallville, it never grew up with them.
True. Valid.
They kind of told the same stories, new trappings. And again, I didn't watch Smallville Truthers. Send all your emails to I don't give a fuck at dpump.66@gmail.com. I don't care. So, Smallville Truthers, it's 2018. Love yourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that particularly once you've hit a show, and this is like getting a little meta commentary, but you're in syndication, you're in season 6. Everyone's got guaranteed money for the rest of their lives.
Right.
On this show.
Yeah.
There's no impetus to say, let's grow this audience.
Yeah, let's just do something different.
Honestly, at a certain point, you've got to say, we've got a plan for a graceful bow out. Or you're going to like Supernatural, which, okay, so you see the ads for Supernatural. Have you ever watched Supernatural?
Like years ago, I'd catch an episode here or there.
I never have.
An episode, I never paid attention.
This morning, it survived the WB, whatever it became next, and in the CW. This is going to do 3 network changes.
What season are they on?
I knew this one. I'm looking it up now. Hold on, because it's getting weird. Like the fact that this show 13, Chris.
Oh my God, 13 seasons. Jesus Christ.
Fucking natural.
Look, I love Agent of Shield. I don't want fucking 13 seasons of that show.
Shoot it.
Right. It's dead. Like Supernatural is it's that horror movie monster that keeps coming back even though you kill it. It's fucking Jason.
At a certain age, pull the plug. Don't let me be Supernatural, please. 13 seasons. That's insane.
What are we doing here, folks? What are we doing?
It was a WB original series.
God, WB. Fuck. God damn.
There are no WB shows left, Chris. They've all been phased out.
Oh my God, this is fucking crazy. Oh man. Only other thing I got here is thank you for doing what we said they should have done a long time ago and have Curtis fucking fix Diggle's arm. Cause
I'm actually okay with them waiting because it had more narrative weight now.
No, I get you. I get you. But like, and that was not story wise. That was me going. That's more me like going like, Diggle, why didn't you just go to Curtis? He's literally like, you work with somebody who's walking around with tech in her spine because of Curtis. Like, why didn't you do that in the first place? Like, no, story wise, I get it. This is more me being like, Diggle, you were being dumb. You were being dumb. I get it, but you should have spoken up. You should have spoken to Curtis, and he would have fixed this a long time ago. So, yeah, there we have it. Like I said, hey, listen, problems, the typical problems that come with, I think, especially we talked about this with The Flash, the long seasons that these shows go with on in the Arrowverse. Like I said, I think these shows probably benefit more from cutting some of these extra episodes out to force the writers to tighten up their story. I enjoy this more than The Flash, though, this week. Sorry.
If that's our bar to clear, then yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. So, and honestly, that's a low bar at this point because I think both shows, it's weird, man. Again, I haven't seen Black Lightning yet, but I've heard good things, and I'm not caught up on Supergirl, but I think people are enjoying that. Arrow and Flash might be at the bottom of the CW arc right now with their shows.
I love how we didn't discuss those tomorrow because we know who the king is.
Oh, yeah. No.
His name is Sarah Lance.
Oh, yeah.
The king's name is Sarah Lance.
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, like, Legend Tomorrow, again, I'm not going to speak on Supergirl and Black Lightning because I haven't watched them. And I think, honestly, with Black Lightning, you need to get a full season before you can actually enter into the thing, even though I've heard nothing but great things about it.
Avengers Initiative.
Oh, you're gonna call it? You're gonna go ahead and call it? Okay, cool. We can do it.
Fucking early.
All right, cool.
All right, and that's how wrong I was about this show.
Okay, cool. No, that's great. That's great. Yeah. So if you have it that way, Legend Tomorrow is still great, and I can't wait for that fucking show to come back. I can't speak on Supergirl, but I don't think that it's having the same problems that Arrow and Flash are having. Yeah, Arrow and Flash are in a rut. They just are, and I hope they fix it. So we'll see. So, we have a mailbag coming out. I think we're going to record it on Wednesday. So please get your emails in. We already got some in. It's going to be a fun mailbag episode, guys. It's going to be a fun mailbag episode. So, email us mailbag@mtrnetwork.net. We'll talk about all the stuff that's going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. So, yeah, email us and, cannot wait.
And don't come sensitive, because I'm going to be honest on this mailbag. Not that I'm gonna like it.
If you are a Storm T'Challa truther, you're definitely going to want to listen to this mailbag episode. It's going to be full of just love and acceptance for you all. It's going to be great.
Don't let him do that to you. Nothing about us tells you that was true. Because you know what's going to happen now is that I got to deal with people who are mad like, well, Chris said, I'm like, I didn't say it. Don't put Chris's lies on me.
Oh, it's going to be great, guys. Again, remember, you can find us on Super Tuesday Recap.mtrnetwork.net or just search for Super Tuesday Recap on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or look for MTR Network on YouTube and youtube.com/MTR Network. And we will be back soon. Thank you guys very much. Peace.